Do you wake up feeling exhausted even after sleeping a full night? Does your heart feel like it's racing or skipping beats in the morning? If you're over 60 and experiencing this, your body is sending you a warning signal that something serious is happening during your sleep, and it's directly affecting your heart. What I'm about to reveal might shock you because millions of American seniors are unknowingly damaging their hearts every single night through a habit so common that most people don't even realize they're doing it, and the consequences can be devastating. My name is Dr. Rebecca Parker. I've worked as a physician for over 20 years, and today I focus specifically on senior health. Throughout my career, I've seen countless patients who came to me with heart problems that could have been prevented if only they had understood what was happening to their bodies during those precious hours of sleep. The truth is your heart works differently after 60, and certain sleep habits that seemed harmless in your younger years can now become silent killers that slowly but surely compromise your cardiovascular health. You're not alone in this struggle. Thousands of seniors across America are experiencing the exact same symptoms right now as we speak, and many of them have no idea that their sleeping position and nighttime habits are literally stealing years from their lives. Your heart is crying out for help every single night, but most people miss the signs until it's too late. Let me tell you something that might save your life. The way you sleep matters just as much as how long you sleep, especially when it comes to protecting your heart after 60. Here's what's really happening inside your body while you sleep and why this matters so much more now than it did when you were younger. After 60, your cardiovascular system undergoes significant changes that make it more vulnerable to stress and strain. Your blood vessels become less flexible, your heart muscle doesn't pump quite as efficiently as it used to, and your body's ability to regulate blood pressure during sleep becomes compromised. These are natural parts of aging, but when you combine them with poor sleep habits, the results can be catastrophic. According to recent studies conducted across major medical centers in the United States, including Johns Hopkins and the Cleveland Clinic, seniors who sleep in certain positions experience up to 40% more strain on their hearts compared to those who sleep correctly. That's an enormous difference that directly translates to increased risk of heart attacks, strokes, and sudden cardiac events. The American Heart Association has identified sleep quality as one of the essential components of cardiovascular health, yet most seniors have never been properly educated about how their sleeping habits affect their hearts. Let me explain the science behind this in simple terms so you can understand exactly what's going wrong. When you sleep, your heart rate naturally slows down and your blood pressure drops slightly, which gives your cardiovascular system time to rest and repair itself. This is crucial for maintaining heart health, especially as we age. However, certain sleeping positions and habits prevent this natural recovery process from happening properly. Instead of resting, your heart ends up working harder throughout the night, which leads to chronic strain that accumulates over months and years until serious problems develop. The most dangerous habit I'm talking about is sleeping flat on your back without proper elevation. I know this might surprise you because many people think sleeping on their back is the healthiest position, but after 60, this position can actually put tremendous pressure on your heart, and here's why. When you lie completely flat, gravity works against your cardiovascular system, making it harder for blood to circulate properly from your legs back up to your heart. This forces your heart to pump harder throughout the night just to maintain adequate circulation, and over time this extra work exhausts your heart muscle and increases your risk of developing serious cardiac problems. If this resonates with you and you're starting to recognize these patterns in your own life, hit that like button because what I'm sharing with you today could literally save your heart, and I want this information to reach as many seniors as possible across America so they can protect themselves before it's too late. But that's not all that happens when you sleep flat on your back. This position also increases the likelihood of sleep apnea, which is a condition where you temporarily stop breathing during sleep. Sleep apnea is incredibly common among American seniors, affecting nearly 50% of people over 65, and it's one of the most dangerous threats to heart health that exists. Every time you stop breathing during sleep, your oxygen levels drop and your heart goes into emergency mode, pumping faster and harder to compensate for the lack of oxygen. This happens dozens or even hundreds of times per night, and each episode damages your heart a little bit more. The worst part is that most people with sleep apnea don't even know they have it because the symptoms are subtle and easy to miss. The consequences of ignoring this problem are severe, and they extend far beyond just feeling tired during the day. Chronic sleep deprivation combined with poor sleeping positions leads to elevated blood pressure that persists even during waking hours. Your heart never gets the chance to truly rest, which means it's constantly operating under stress. This increases your risk of developing coronary artery disease, heart failure, irregular heartbeats, and potentially fatal cardiac events. I've had patients come to me after suffering heart attacks who had no idea that their sleeping habits were contributing to their condition, and when we made simple changes to how they slept, their entire cardiovascular health improved dramatically. Now let me share with you the first solution that can help protect your heart starting tonight. This is something simple that anyone can do regardless of their physical condition or financial situation, and it doesn't require expensive equipment or complicated procedures. The solution is to elevate the head of your bed by approximately 6 to 8 inches, which creates a gentle incline that supports healthy circulation throughout the night. This slight elevation helps blood flow more easily from your legs back to your heart, reducing the workload on your cardiovascular system and allowing your heart to rest properly during sleep. You can achieve this elevation in several ways depending on what works best for your situation. The most effective method is to place sturdy blocks or bed risers under the legs at the head of your bed, which you can find at any hardware store like Home Depot or Lowe's, or even at Walmart for just a few dollars. Make sure the blocks are stable and secure so your bed doesn't shift during the night. Another option is to use a wedge pillow, which is a specially designed foam pillow that elevates your upper body at the correct angle. These are available at pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens, or you can order them online, and they're particularly helpful if you can't modify your bed frame for any reason. The science behind why this works is fascinating, and it shows just how smart our bodies are when we give them the support they need. When your upper body is elevated, gravity assists your circulatory system instead of working against it. Blood flows more easily from your extremities back to your heart, which means your heart doesn't have to pump as hard to maintain adequate circulation. This reduces strain on your heart muscle, allows your blood pressure to drop to healthier levels during sleep, and decreases the likelihood of experiencing dangerous cardiac events during the night. Additionally, sleeping with elevation helps keep your airways open, which reduces snoring and sleep apnea episodes that put extra stress on your heart. Many of my patients have told me that within just a few nights of sleeping with proper elevation, they noticed significant improvements in how they felt. They woke up feeling more refreshed, their morning heart palpitations disappeared, and they had more energy throughout the day. One of my patients, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, came to me complaining of chest discomfort and extreme fatigue. Her cardiologist had found some concerning signs, but couldn't pinpoint exactly what was wrong. When I asked about her sleep habits, she told me she slept completely flat on a firm mattress because she thought it was better for her back. We made the simple change of elevating her bed, and within 2 weeks her symptoms improved so dramatically that her follow-up cardiac tests showed measurably better heart function. She told me with tears in her eyes that she felt like she had gotten years of her life back just from this one change. But let me give you something even more practical that you can start using immediately. Here's a simple protocol that combines proper sleep positioning with a bedtime routine that supports heart health. First, elevate the head of your bed as I described using either bed risers or a wedge pillow aiming for that 6 to 8 inch elevation. Second, avoid eating large meals or drinking excessive fluids within 3 hours of bedtime because a full stomach puts additional pressure on your diaphragm and heart, making it harder for them to function efficiently during sleep. Third, keep your bedroom cool, ideally between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit, which helps your body maintain optimal heart rate and blood pressure during sleep. During those long winter months across much of America, this is easier to achieve, but even in summer you can use fans or air conditioning to keep your sleeping environment comfortable. Fourth, and this is really important, establish a consistent sleep schedule where you go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your heart thrives on routine, and irregular sleep patterns create additional stress on your cardiovascular system. Fifth, consider sleeping on your left side if you can't tolerate the elevation at first, because this position is gentler on your heart than sleeping on your back or right side. The left side sleeping position allows your heart to pump more efficiently and reduces pressure on your organs. Finally, keep a glass of water on your nightstand in case you wake up thirsty during the night, but take only small sips to avoid disrupting your sleep or putting pressure on your bladder. Now let me take you deeper into understanding why these changes are so crucial for your long-term health and survival. Your heart is an incredible organ that beats approximately 100,000 times per day, pumping roughly 2,000 gallons of blood through your body. That's an enormous amount of work, and after 60 years of continuous operation, your heart deserves all the support it can get. Every night while you sleep, your heart has the opportunity to slow down and recover from the demands of the day, but only if you create the right conditions for that recovery to happen. When you sleep in positions that strain your cardiovascular system, you're robbing your heart of its only chance to rest and repair itself. Research from the National Institutes of Health has shown that poor sleep quality is directly linked to increased inflammation throughout the body, including inflammation in the blood vessels that supply your heart. This inflammation contributes to the development of atherosclerosis, which is the buildup of plaque in your arteries that can lead to heart attacks and strokes. The longer you continue sleeping in ways that stress your heart, the more inflammation accumulates and the greater your risk becomes. This is why making changes now is so critical, because every night that passes is either helping your heart heal or pushing it closer to a catastrophic event. Write in the comments, have you noticed any of these symptoms or sleep problems? Share your experience, because your story might help someone else recognize what's happening to them before it's too late. The second solution I want to share with you is more powerful than the first, and it involves addressing sleep apnea directly, because this condition is one of the biggest threats to heart health among American seniors. If you snore loudly, wake up gasping for air, experience morning headaches, or feel exhausted despite sleeping a full night, you need to get evaluated for sleep apnea as soon as possible. The good news is that sleep apnea is highly treatable, and addressing it can dramatically reduce your risk of heart disease and extend your life by years or even decades. The most effective treatment for sleep apnea is called CPAP therapy, which stands for continuous positive airway pressure. This involves wearing a mask during sleep that's connected to a machine which gently blows air into your airways, keeping them open throughout the night. I know it sounds uncomfortable, and many of my patients initially resist this idea, but I can tell you from years of experience that CPAP therapy is life-changing for people who need it. Modern CPAP machines are quiet, comfortable, and much more user-friendly than the older models. Most insurance plans, including Medicare, cover CPAP therapy if your doctor determines you need it, which makes this solution accessible to the vast majority of American seniors. To get started with CPAP therapy, you'll need to visit your doctor and request a sleep study, which can often be done at home now rather than in a hospital. The sleep study monitors your breathing patterns, oxygen levels, and heart rate during sleep to determine if you have sleep apnea and how severe it is. If the study confirms sleep apnea, your doctor will prescribe CPAP therapy and help you get fitted with the right mask and machine. There are several types of masks available, including full-face masks, nasal masks, and nasal pillow masks, so you can find one that feels comfortable for your individual needs. It typically takes a few weeks to adjust to sleeping with CPAP, but once you do, most people wonder how they ever lived without it. The impact of CPAP therapy on heart health is remarkable, and the scientific evidence supporting its benefits is overwhelming. Studies have shown that treating sleep apnea with CPAP reduces blood pressure, decreases the risk of heart attacks and strokes by up to 50%, improves heart rhythm irregularities, and can even help damaged heart muscle recover some of its function. One of my patients, a 68-year-old veteran from Texas who had survived one heart attack, started using CPAP after we discovered his severe sleep apnea. Within 6 months, his blood pressure normalized, his energy levels soared, and his cardiologist told him his heart was functioning better than it had in years. He told me that CPAP therapy saved his life and gave him the chance to see his grandchildren grow up. If this video has opened your eyes to the dangers of poor sleep habits and given you hope that you can protect your heart starting today, hit that like button and help me spread this life-saving information to more seniors across America. But there's still one more crucial element we need to address, and this is the most comprehensive solution that ties everything together. Beyond sleep position and treating sleep apnea, you need to create a complete heart-healthy sleep environment and nighttime routine that supports your cardiovascular system in every possible way. This means paying attention to factors like stress management, medication timing, nighttime hydration, and even the quality of air you breathe while you sleep. Let's start with stress management, because chronic stress is one of the most destructive forces affecting heart health, especially during sleep. When you go to bed with your mind racing with worries about finances, health problems, family issues, or the state of the world, your stress hormones remain elevated throughout the night, preventing your heart from achieving the deep rest it needs. American seniors face unique stressors, including concerns about Social Security, rising healthcare costs, loneliness, and the loss of independence that often comes with aging. These are real and valid concerns, but you cannot let them destroy your heart health. Develop a calming bedtime routine that helps you release the stress of the day before you lie down to sleep. This might include gentle stretching or yoga, which are excellent for seniors and help relax both your body and mind. You could practice deep breathing exercises where you slowly inhale through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale through your mouth for 6 counts, repeating this pattern 10 times to activate your body's relaxation response. Many American seniors find comfort in prayer or meditation, which provides both spiritual peace and measurable physiological benefits, including lower heart rate and reduced blood pressure. Reading something uplifting or listening to calming music can also help transition your mind from the stresses of the day to a peaceful state ready for restorative sleep. The timing of your medications is another critical factor that most people overlook. If you take blood pressure medications or other heart medications, talk to your doctor about whether you should take them in the morning or at night, because recent research suggests that taking certain blood pressure medications at bedtime can significantly improve their effectiveness and provide better protection for your heart during sleep. Never change your medication schedule without consulting your doctor first, but definitely have this conversation because it could make a substantial difference in your cardiovascular health. Hydration is important, but it needs to be balanced carefully, especially for seniors. Drinking too much fluid before bed leads to multiple bathroom trips during the night, which disrupts your sleep cycles and puts stress on your heart every time you get up. On the other hand, going to bed dehydrated can cause your blood to become thicker, making it harder for your heart to pump effectively. The solution is to maintain steady hydration throughout the day, drinking water consistently from morning through early evening, then tapering off about 2 hours before bedtime. Keep that glass of water on your nightstand for small sips if needed, but avoid drinking large amounts right before sleep. The air quality in your bedroom matters more than most people realize, especially during American winters when homes are sealed tight against the cold. Poor air quality can trigger inflammation in your lungs and blood vessels, which adds stress to your heart. Use an air purifier if possible, especially if you live in an area with high pollution or if you have allergies. Keep your bedroom clean and dust-free. Avoid using strong fragrances or chemical air fresheners, and if weather permits, open a window slightly to allow fresh air circulation. Plants like snake plants or peace lilies can also help purify the air naturally while adding a touch of life to your bedroom environment. Now let me share something that truly brings all of these solutions together into a transformative approach. When you combine proper sleep elevation with CPAP therapy if needed, stress management techniques, optimal medication timing, balanced hydration, and clean air quality, you create what I call a heart-protective sleep sanctuary. This comprehensive approach addresses every factor that could be compromising your heart during sleep and gives your cardiovascular system the absolute best chance to rest, recover, and remain healthy for years to come. I've seen the power of this comprehensive approach transform the lives of countless seniors across America. People who were headed toward heart failure or living in constant fear of another heart attack were able to reverse course and reclaim their health simply by making these changes to how they sleep. Your heart is remarkably resilient, and given the right conditions, it can heal and strengthen even after years of damage. But you have to take action now, because every night that passes with poor sleep habits is another night of unnecessary strain on your heart. If you want access to exclusive content, detailed protocols, and personalized advice about protecting your heart health, become a channel member. There I share even deeper information, including specific meal plans, supplement recommendations, and advanced strategies that I can't cover in regular videos. The support you provide through membership also helps me continue creating this free educational content that reaches millions of seniors who desperately need this information. Let me emphasize something crucial before we wrap up. This is not about living in fear or becoming obsessed with every little detail of your sleep habits. This is about empowerment and taking control of your health in practical, meaningful ways that fit naturally into your daily life. You don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to implement every single suggestion I've made all at once. Start with the changes that feel most manageable for you, whether that's elevating your bed, getting evaluated for sleep apnea, or simply developing a calming bedtime routine. Small, consistent changes compound over time, and even modest improvements in your sleep quality can have profound effects on your heart health. Remember that you deserve to live a long, healthy, active life surrounded by the people you love. You deserve to wake up each morning feeling refreshed and energized, ready to enjoy your retirement years without the constant worry about your heart giving out. You deserve peaceful sleep where your body can heal and your heart can rest. These things are not luxuries reserved for a lucky few. They are fundamental rights that you can claim for yourself by making informed choices about how you sleep. The longer you wait to address these issues, the harder it becomes to reverse the damage and the greater your risk of experiencing a catastrophic cardiac event. Every day counts when it comes to protecting your heart, especially after 60, when your cardiovascular system is more vulnerable than ever before. But here's the beautiful truth. It's never too late to start making positive changes. I've had patients in their 80s who implemented these sleep strategies and experienced remarkable improvements in their heart health, proving that your body has an incredible capacity to heal when you give it the support it needs. If this material has given you valuable insights and practical solutions that you can use starting tonight to protect your heart, hit that like button one more time, because your engagement helps YouTube show this video to more seniors who desperately need this information. Together, we can create a movement of informed, empowered seniors who refuse to let preventable heart problems steal their golden years. Share this video with someone you care about, whether it's your spouse, a friend from church, a neighbor, or a family member. Sharing could literally save their life by alerting them to dangers they didn't even know existed and showing them simple solutions that can make all the difference. Don't assume that everyone already knows this information, because I can tell you from decades of medical practice that most people, including many doctors, don't fully understand the connection between sleep habits and heart health in seniors. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon so you never miss future videos where I'll continue sharing life-saving information about senior health. I'm committed to helping American seniors live longer, healthier, more vibrant lives, and I release new content regularly covering everything from heart health and diabetes management to nutrition, exercise, and cognitive function. Your subscription supports this mission and ensures you stay informed about the latest developments in senior healthcare. If you found this video helpful and eye-opening, I'm absolutely certain you'll love the video that's appearing on your screen right now. I prepared it especially for subscribers of this channel, and it covers another critical aspect of heart health that most seniors are completely unaware of. Click on that video now and continue your journey toward better health and longer life, because knowledge truly is power when it comes to protecting your heart after 60.